Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We're in Dungeon Crawl Classics today. This video we're continuing the character creation videos. We're creating a warrior today. So I got in front of me a pre-made character card. This would have been my 0 level adventurer that survived the 0 level to become level 1. Or alternatively, if you players and the game master wished, you could have skipped that and you would have had this to start with to level up to level 1. So you roll your stats with 3 6-sided dice and you get them in the order that you roll them. This one's a little bit more tailored, but that's because of the video. You have your level 0 hit points that you also get to add your level 1 hit points. This is going to be a warrior. My level 0 hit points for the character's 1, which is hilarious for a warrior to start with, but I get to gain 1d12 hit points every time I gain a warrior level. So my level 1 warrior will now get 9 more hit points. My following stats for my warrior, just so everybody is aware, I have a strength of 13, agility of 8, stamina of 13, personality of 7, luck of 12, and intelligence of 7. Okay. Weapon training. A warrior is trained in the use of these weapons: battle axes, club, crossbow, dagger, dart, flail, hand axe, javelin, lance, longbow, longsword, mace, polearm, short bow, short sword, sling, spear, staff, two-handed sword, and warhammer. Warriors wear whatever armor they can afford. Alignment. Warriors can follow one of several paths based on their alignment, which in turn affects their title. Royal warriors, employed by the nobility, are lawful. Lawless warriors, fighting merely for profit or carnage, are chaotic. Wild warriors, natives of the barren steppes or deadly forests, are neutral or chaotic. Hired warriors, loyal to cause a man or simply the fattest purse, can be lawful, neutral, or chaotic. Attack modifiers. Unlike other classes, warriors do not receive a fixed attack modifier at each level. Instead, they receive a randomized modifier known as the deed die. At first level, this is a D3. The warrior, so I need to write that down. Deed die D3. On each attack roll that it applies it both to his attack roll and his damage roll. On one attack, the die may give him a +1 to his attack roll and damage roll. On the next attack, the die might give him a +3. The deed die advances with the warrior's level, climbing to a D7 by 5th level, and then higher up to a D10 +4 at 10th level, which is the max level for the game. The warrior always makes a new roll with this die in each combat round. When the warrior has multiple attacks at higher levels, the same D die applies to all attacks in the same combat round. So what it's saying is, if I get 2 attacks in the round, I roll the D die once, and that bonus applies to all the attacks. Mighty Deed of Arms. Warriors earn their gold with pure physical prowess. They swing across chapels on chandelier chains, bash through iron-banded oak doors, and leap over chasms in pursuit of their foes. When locked in mortal melee, their mighty deeds of arms turn the course of battle. A brazen bullrush to push back the enemy lines, a swinging flail to entangle the beastman's sword arm, or a well-placed dagger through the enemy knight's visor. Prior to any attack roll, a warrior can declare a mighty deed of arms, or, for short, a deed. This deed is a dramatic combat maneuver with the scope of the current combat. For example, a warrior may try to disarm an enemy with his next attack, or trip the opponent, or smash him backwards to open access to a nearby corridor. The deed does not increase damage, but could have some other combat effect, pushing back the enemy, tripping, or entangling him, temporarily blinding him, and so on. The warrior's deed die determines the deed's success. This is the same die used for the warrior's attack and damage modifier each round. If the deed die is a 3 or higher and the attack lands, i.e. the total attack roll exceeds the target's AC, the deed succeeds. If the deed die is a 2 or less, or the overall attack fails, the deed fails as well. Refer to the combat section for additional information on mighty deeds of arms. Critical hits. In combat, a warrior most likely to score a critical hit and tends to get the most destructive effects when he does so. A warrior rolls on the highest crit die and rolls on table with more devastating effects. In addition, a warrior scores critical hits more often. At 1st through 4th level, a warrior scores a critical hit on any natural roll of 19 or 20. The threat range increases to natural rolls of 18 through 20 at 5th level, and 17 through 20 at 9th level. See the combat section for more information on crits. Initiative. A warrior adds his class level to his initiative roll. Luck. At 1st level, the warrior's luck modifier applies to attack rolls with one specific kind of weapon. Even though I have a luck of 12, I do not have a luck modifier. You don't get a modifier until you're until your ability is like a 14 or a 15, and then it's only a +1. This kind of weapon must be chosen at 1st level, and the modifier is fixed at its starting value. Neither the weapon nor the modifier changes over the course of the warrior's career. The weapon type must be specific, long sword or short sword, not swords. Action dice. A warrior always uses his action dice for attacks. At 5th level, a warrior gains a second attack each round with his second action dice. There's an example of the mighty deeds in action. Now let's look at the warrior actual class table. The action dice goes up at 5th level. That's cool. So your extra attack's a D14 at 5th level. Goes up to a D16, then a D20, and then at 10th level you'll have 3 attacks. So overall you'll end up with 3 attacks. My fortitude at 1st level and reflex goes up by +1. Will save does not. It gives me what table I'm rolling my crit die on, so I need to make a note of that, and my threat range. And then after that I need to pick what alignment this guy would be. So I'm going to say this one's going to be lawful. So my lawful title at 1st level would be Squire. Now that I've done all that, I need to go pick my armor and my weapons based on the money I'd have left over from the 0 level adventure, or based on whatever the game master would have given me if we all were starting as 1st level characters. The titles by level for lawful go Squire, Champion, Knight, Cavalier, Paladin. The chaotic ones were Bandit, Brigand, Marauder, Ravager, Reaver. The neutral ones were Wildling, Barbarian, Berserker, Headman, and Chieftain. The page after that, it goes over military orders to give you some examples of how they, their flavor and stuff. Next would be wizards, so that would be the next video in the classes for Dungeon Crawl Classics. Hopefully this has been a little bit enlightening to you. Until we all game again, guys.